Watch out for this scam if you like to shop at flea markets or festivals. This tricks people every single year, and it's so easy not to get caught up in it. So first, I'm going to show you the scam. I'll demonstrate it for you, and then I'm going to teach you how it works and how you can make sure that you don't fall for this or anything like it ever. So you have to imagine you're at a flea market, you're at a festival, and then you go to a seller at one of those tables. And one of the things they're trying to sell you is a locket. And at first you do not want it, right? It doesn't look like a great locket. It looks like it's got a cheap chain. It looks pretty thin. But he says, look, I'm going to give you a good price on this. And also you can use this locket to better keep your valuable items. So it's not just supposed to be beautiful, it's actually a security device. He says, here, let me show you with your ring there. And then the person selling is gonna ask you if they can borrow your ring for a second. And if you don't have a ring, they'll ask for something else that's small, basically whatever fits inside of the locket, okay? So they'll show you, look, we can place this, your ring, inside the locket here. We'll close it up, and then they'll say, let's take the locket out of here, and they'll show you how you can wrap up the locket to keep your valuable items secure, right? So this way, if someone was going to try to go to it, it would be hard for them to get it. And then he sells you this locket just for $1, and really, you're just trying to shut him up when you say yes to the $1. But here's the problem. When you leave his booth, or you leave the festival and you unwrap the locket to get your ring back, the ring is gone, you got scammed, then you go back to his booth, you try to track him down, but you cannot do it because he is long gone. The more valuable that your ring is, the faster he is going to be out of there, on to the next festival to try this scam against someone else. So now I'm going to show you how the scam works. Then we're going to go over what you can do to protect yourself in this situation or others. So the first thing you have to know with the scam is that there's actually 2 lockets involved. One of them has a big chain, one of them has a short chain, right? Look at the difference with the chain. The short chain locket is the chain is only long enough to go in the front of there so it can be seen. And as you would imagine, your ring, your valuable ring, is in the short chain locket. So the long chain locket, this is the first one to get set up on the back here. But what you think it does, you think that the long locket is going to drop in the front there. That does not happen, right? What actually happens is you take one of the chains here, and this gets laced through the pin that holds the locket. Let's lace it there. Then there's a magnet that locks it into place. You can see that's the magnet. Here's the locket. See how that sort of clicks in? That's going to come into play later. All right. Now this chain goes on the top, and now you take the locket with the small chain, and now you're also going to thread this onto the pin right at the top of the chain, and then this gets pushed all the way down and into view. So what's really happening here is this top part of the chain is connected to the locket that goes in the back, and this front locket is not connected to anything on the top. So let's watch what happens when we put the ring in here. We put the ring in the locket that has the short chain, and now I'm going to do something that they would never do at the market, right? I'm going to give you the backstage view to how this scam works, all right? So the ring goes in, and now we're going to pull up the chain, and look how the switch happens. I'll do it in super slow motion. Also notice there's another magnet on top there. I said we'd come back to the magnet. So the bottom magnet has come apart, and then as we're pulling this off, the small one is going to attach to the top magnet, and now we have got the duplicate pendant that goes forward. And now the question is, how can you protect yourself from this? Look, this particular scam, you'll recognize if you see this background and someone trying to sell you this locket. But there's a lot of things like this scam that are not exactly the scam. One common one is it's called a pigeon drop. This was in the movie The Sting, where you tell someone, look, I found all of this money. Here, you take it and give it to the authorities. So it starts out with someone acting like they're going to give you free money, right? And then you act a little confused. They say, here, let me show you how you can protect the money. Here, do you have any money? I've got the $1,000 we found here, but maybe you have $20. Yeah. So we'll take your $20. They put it with the 1,000. They bundle it all together. And then they show you just stuff it in your pants, right? And that way you can stay safe with the money until you get to the authorities. Then they give you the whole bundle back and you go off thinking that you just got $1,000 that some guy found on the street. Maybe you want to give it to the authorities, maybe you don't. But what you don't realize is when that person is gone and you take out that bundle to find the $1,000 combined with your $20, it's just a bunch of newspapers. When the con artist put it in his pants there, he was switching it out for newspapers. So basically, whenever you temporarily give a con man something valuable, the general con is that they switch it and then give it to you back and leave town before you realized it's been switched. But look, you're not going to recognize this every time this happens in life. I've just given you 2 variations of it, but there is a million different ways that this could play out. Best thing you can do to protect yourself is, first of all, make sure you are following my page if you don't already, because I give lots of tips on how to protect yourself. But then the other thing is just have a skeptical attitude as you go through the world. Ask yourself, why should I temporarily give this person this valuable thing of mine? Is there really a purpose for it? Sometimes con men will use social pressure to move the con forward, and you'll feel uncomfortable saying, wait, I don't feel comfortable giving this to you. But you should not be afraid to stand up for yourself, especially if someone is asking of you something that you don't feel comfortable with. If it doesn't sit right with you, then don't do it. That's my message. Yeah, and I hope you will follow my page for more tips on how to protect yourself.